Let's animate 100 budgies! As you might have noticed, I love birds. I had them when I was young and I still have them now. This is Jimmy, a cute little budgie, and he loves to play with his balls. He helps me with taking breaks from work when I am working too much. He's always there with me, he showers with me, he's the cutest. But what if he attacks me, along with the 99 other budgies? Let's go back to Malibu Creek to shoot another shot. Sandra filmed a quick shot with my phone, and these beautiful hills make such a nice background for a fun shot. Look at these trees. A few weeks later, when I came back, beautiful green. Alright, we're back, and let's track those shots in After Effects and export the camera to Maya so the scene is ready to go. Since it's really useful to know where exactly the budgies are gonna land and attack me, I'm going to once again borrow 3D Me from King Kong. I'm rotoing all the frames that are needed. It's tedious work, but eventually it's really satisfying when it's done. Alright, the scene is prepared, now we have to model a budgie. So I found these disturbing pictures maybe, and I just put them in Maya as a reference of where I should model it. And I just started modeling. It's pretty simple. Getting the wings, getting the tail feathers, and we got a nice big head. And big head is good, trust me. I won some awards with it. This time, since it's super simple, I'll make the rigs myself and super low poly and everything's gonna be motion blur, so I get away with a lot. This animation is all built up out of 3 things. They basically are sitting in a tree, then they're flying to me, and then they attack me, and then they fly away. So we need 3 things. So first thing we need is the sitting pose. And this is gonna be the easiest because there's no animation involved, it's just a pose. And since this rig is not really beautiful, this is what I'm gonna come up with. But it's fine because it's super far away, far in the tree. So that one is done. Next one is the flying. This one is a bit more complicated. So let's see, let's really focus on what Jimmy is doing. Look at how much is moving. Look at the 5 to 7 wing flaps a second. And we got this nice tail feathers motion. So much is going on. And look at this beard flaps here moving around. And we got a lot of lag motion. You don't really see that when you're watching it fast, but all of that is in there. But let's just go step by step and animate his wings first. So we got a up move first. Then we got a down move. And then we got some sort of in between, which has, if you look at the wild birds, it's easier to see. We got this kind of overlap in there. And then we kind of have the opposite of that. Like this. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then when he moves his wings down, he's going up a little bit and then he goes back down. So we can start to get like a... Jimmy, you wanna have a look? Do you like this, Jimmy? Yeah. Alright, you're right. The beard. Alright. So as you can see, the beard needs to be done as well. And then eventually I'm adding in some feather tail movement to add in a little bit more realism. Alright. And that will be enough from this distance. What we do want to see is a little bit more variety in how he's flying. So I'm gonna loop those wings and now I'm just moving him around. So we got some variation, a little bit more. Like that. And now I'm just going to animate the banking. So he's going like this. It's kind of like when you put your arm out of the window. Yeah. And down. And also some back and forth motion. Alright, let's move on to the next one, the biting. Yeah, like that. So I just put some motion in the body. And then I make sure that the whole feathers and everything is kind of moving along. Alright, that looks good. So now we've got the sitting, the biting and the flying pose. But now before we're going to animate the birds in the scene, actually I'm going to create a bird box. And this is something I learned a long time ago in Dracula Untold, where we were using bat boxes. Because sometimes, for example, we had a shot with 60 bats and then it gets really overwhelming or slow to animate all of them in one go. So instead of that, we were using those boxes. And this way it's way more simple and way faster to get a result. And this is what we're going to do with this one as well. Because I'm going to have 100 budgies, so that might be overwhelming as well, right? So I'm creating this bird box. It's really simple, really light, and ready to move. So now we're going to move that into my scene. And so we got the bird box over there in the tree. And then he flies to me. Snap it. Do some little bit of biting, a little bit of hanging on me. And then eventually he flies away. Cool. And now we just have 99 more to go. What am I doing? Alright, second one. Yep. Third one. One in his ass. Okay, more. 20. 30. Oh. I'm just trying to fill all the holes, trying to spread it out. I have it on different places in the trees and on different places on my body. Alright, so now we've got 100 budgies flying around me and on me. Not all of them are on me because there's no space. Let's move this last one around. And yeah, let's move it there, there, and then this one is not gonna attack me. This one is just gonna fly by over here. Whee! Alright, so now the scene is ready with 100 bird boxes. Now I'm going to replace them by the budgies. And I'm going to do that per 10. And I'm using a script to load in 10 budgies. And then I'm using another script to replace those bird boxes by the budgies. So here you can see all of them are on the spots of the bird boxes. Of course you will see a little bit of an offset because of the flight. So now I'm going to the frame where they are still sitting and then about to fly. And then once they are flying, I'm adding in from Studio Library the flight cycle. And then as soon as it hits me here, I'm adding in the bite cycle. Yes. Okay, now he's biting, biting, biting. And then when he flies away, I'm gonna delete that and I put in the flight cycle again. And this is what I'm doing for 100 budgies. Another one. So we're gonna keep doing this. Just replacing, adding in the sitting pose, adding in the flight pose. Adding in the bite pose. And another sit pose. And just keep going and going. It's a lot of work, Jimmy. Still. But it could have been a way more work. Alright, and now we're gonna load in all the budgies. It's not crashing. Great, Maya. Now let's just do a play blast and see how it looks. Exciting! That looks pretty cool, huh? One detail I noticed when you're looking at flying birds is that you often see those down feathers flying around. So let's add those in as well. I just grabbed the picture online, threw it on a plane, and there you go. I animated it, and this looks pretty cool. Alright, now I just want to add in a little bit of dust, and I'm going to use my old roto to cast shadows from the sun rays. Let's add in the down feathers, and it's done. That's it, Jimmy. Woohoo! Now let's have a look at the final result. Woohoo! Jimmy likes it. I hope you like it too. If you want to see more into detail how I animated this, check out my masterclass. If you like this just as much as Jimmy did, please like it and subscribe if you want to see more of these kind of videos. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Jimmy?